المحرمات في النكاح, or what's not, those who are forbidden to get married, it's always mentioned in the subject, of course, and they are of different types. Sometimes it's a bit confusing, but very briefly, the first type is those who are forbidden forever. Women are forbidden forever for a man to marry, and there are 14 of them. 5 with the lineage, 7 with the lineage, and 7 because of a sabab or the reason. And these are the ones in the ayat وَلَا تَنْكِحُوا مَا نَكَحَ أَبَاؤُكُمْ مِنْ نِسَائِكُمْ, which is the ayat of the tahrim. حُرِّمَ عَلَيْكُمْ أُمَّهَاتُكُمْ وَبَنَاتُكُمْ وَأَخَوَاتُكُمْ, and so on. The ayah. So they are حُرِّمَتْ عَلَيْكُمْ أُمَّهَاتُكُمْ. Your mothers are forbidden on you. That's what the ayah says. So al-um, the mother, of course, and al-jadda, and above. Anything that is mentioned, also what's on the higher level of the lineage is also forbidden. So the mother and the grandmother and above. وَبَنَاتُكُمْ. The second one is وَبَنَاتُكُمْ, and your daughters. And al-bint, the daughter, and the daughter of the son, and the daughter of the daughter, and keeps on going down. All of that is forbidden. And when it's muharrama, that means he's a mahram to her. That means she doesn't have to wear hijab in front of him. وَأَخَوَاتُكُمْ, and your sisters. And the sister, whether it's from both the mother and the father, or paternal sister or maternal sister, from the father only or from the mother only, all of them are forbidden. وَأَخَوَاتُكُمْ وَبَنَاتُ الْأُخْتِ أو بنات الأخ وبنات الأخت. وبنات الأخت, or the daughter of the sister, and the daughter of her son, and the daughter of her daughter. Right? وَبَنَاتُ الْأَخِ, the same way. The daughter of the brother, the daughter of one's brother, and the daughter of the son of the brother. Right? Goes down. Number 6, وَعَمَّتُكُمْ وَخَالَتُكُمْ. Your aunts from the father side, and خَالَتُكُمْ from the mother side. So these are how many? أمهاتكم وبناتكم وأخواتكم وبنات الأخ وبنات الأخت and the عمة and the خالة. So this is 7. Also what's forbidden is الملاعنة على الملاعن. That means if the husband and the wife, because of the zina, the husband accused his wife of zina, and then they came in front of the qadi and they made the mula'ana, that he swear by Allah 4 times that he saw her committing zina, or that she committed zina, and he made the 5th one and she denied it. Then they are separated forever. They can never be together whatsoever, forever. So this is also from al-muharramat al-abad. They are forbidden forever, and the same thing with these 7 types of relationships. Also the 7 that are, to make it 14, that are forbidden forever, are those who, the same ones that are mentioned, but from al-rada', from breastfeeding. So if a woman breastfed someone, she becomes his mother in breastfeeding. So she's forbidden for him to marry, and her mother and above, and her daughters, and also his sisters from which is basically the daughters and his sisters from breastfeeding, and the same thing the daughters of the brother. So the same 7, when it comes to fostering or breastfeeding, they are forbidden, as the Prophet ﷺ said, يَحْرُمْ مِنَ الرَّضَاعِ مَا يَحْرُمْ وَنَسَبٍ. What's forbidden in rada' and breastfeeding also is forbidden, the same as from lineage. So this is then 14. Also, once the wife of his father and the wife of his grandfather, or once the father or the grandfather get married to other than one's mother, right? Like the stepmother or a step-grandmother, yes. Then it becomes haram for the person. So a father get married to a woman other than one's mother, it's haram for him forever, even if he divorces her. And the same thing for his grandfather. وَلَا تَنْكِحُوا مَا نَكَحَ آبَاؤُكُم مِنَ النِّسَاءِ. And the same thing with this is going up, father and grandfather, and the same thing for the son and the grandson. So the wife of the son, and the son and the wife of the grandson, and so on. وَحَلَائِلُ أَبْنَائِكُمُ الَّذِينَ مِنْ أَصْلَابِكُم. Are we with this? And also the mother of the wife. Once the contract is there, once the contract is done, then the mother of the wife becomes forbidden for him. She was ajnabiyya, she was a stranger before the aqd. After the aqd, he can see his the mother of his wife. So this is with the aqd, with the contract. With the contract, then the three things is forbidden with the contract of marriage: the stepmother and the step grandmother, and the son's wife, and what's below, and the mother of the wife. These three that are forbidden by the contract of marriage, even if it's not consummated. The ones that are forbidden as a result of the consummation of marriage, which is the daughter of the wife. A person married a woman that she has children, she has daughters. These daughters becomes forbidden on him, but this is not by the contract. So if they made the contract first, the daughters are still strangers to him. Once they consummated the marriage, then they become forbidden. And also the daughters of her sons, those who go below. وَرَبَائِبُكُمُ اللَّاتِي فِي حُجُورِكُم مِّن نِّسَائِكُمُ اللَّاتِي دَخَلْتُم بِهِنَّ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made as a condition if you consummated the marriage. So these are the ayat of forbidding the marriage. Whether it's forever, or by the aqd forever, or by consummating the marriage forever. The second type, which is their tahrim, or they're forbidden only temporarily, not forever, which is two types also. One type is because they're forbidden if you marry more than one together, which is al-jam'u bayna al-ukhtayn, to have the marrying two sisters at the same time. وَأَن تَجْمَعُوا بَيْنَ الْأُخْتَيْنِ, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, or to marry a woman and her aunt together, having two wives, a woman and her aunt, from the father's side or from the mother's side. And this is from the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam: لا تجمعوا بين المرأة وعمتها ولا بين المرأة وخالتها. Do not bring together, meaning in marriage, the woman and her aunt from the father's side, and the woman and the aunt from the mother's side. And this is an evidence that the Sunnah have by itself rulings, not just explaining what's in the Quran. It's a separate rulings in the Sunnah. This is in the Sunnah, not in the Quran. To have both mar'a wa ammatiha. This is only in the Sunnah. It's not mentioned in the Quran. And the Prophet ﷺ mentioned the reason behind it. So even if the reason is not there, it's still haram. But the wisdom behind it, he said, إِنَّكُمْ إِذَا فَعَلْتُمْ ذَلِكَ قَطَعْتُمْ أَرْحَمَكُمْ. If you do that, you will sever the relationship of your kin and kith. Why? Because the co-wives, they will fight with each other and things like this. So the woman would fight with her aunts, things like this. So this is also, it's not permissible to have more than 4 at one time, as clearly mentioned in the Quran. So these are forbidden to bring two together in the same marriage. The second type, of which is temporarily not permissible or becomes muharramat temporarily, they are forbidden for a reason, it's going to be removed. Like, for example, if a woman is in iddah from after her marriage, it's not permissible to marry someone in that case, but it's only temporary till the iddah is over. And the same thing with marrying someone that is a woman committed zina, till she repents to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and her iddah passes if she committed zina, to make sure that she's not pregnant and so on. So, and that is it's not iddah 3 months, it's just a month, so that she's not pregnant. And she repented to Allah. It's not permissible for a man to marry a woman that committed zina. And this is the issue of marrying, for example, from the people of the book. Is it permissible for a man to marry a Jew or a Christian? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it with a condition that they are muhsanat. Muhsanat, that means they are chaste women, That means they never committed zina in their life. It's okay if they were married before. They do not approve that. They don't see that this is something permissible. It's not just zina. They have never been touched in a sinful way before with anyone. So in some situations, it's impossible then to find someone like this. So plus other things, of course. If a person is in a place where the woman, she takes over the rights of the husband, and if she's a non-Muslim and any dispute happens, she would take the kids by law, then it's not permissible for him to marry her. And things like this. And Umar radiallahu anhu used to refuse this because of the implications of it. And that's why that's not everything is halal, it's good to do. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it easy for that. The haram is not too many things. But it doesn't mean when something is halal, then a person, it's okay to do it. Some things, it leads to something bad, then it should be then a person away from it. Also, a person marrying someone that he divorced 3 times. It's haram for him to marry her. But it's only conditioned or temporary because he can marry her again if she married someone else, but with the intention of being with him forever. And then things happen and she divorced. And after her iddah, she can go back to the first husband. If it's done like this without any hila or any tricks or any going around the orders of Allah. Also, it's haram to marry a woman instead of ihram. To get married to someone instead of ihram for Umrah or Hajj. Till she's relieved from the ihram. Then the marriage is valid. And the same thing for the man, of course. And it's not permissible to marry a kafir woman. And of course, for the free is when it's forever. And no. Is it permissible for a free man to marry a slave woman? It is not permissible because this would cause, according to the laws of there is slavery, it would cause his children to be enslaved. So this is not something that is present or pleasant, and especially that if, unless he's not able to get married to anyone else. So to protect himself from sin, he can, as it's mentioned in the ayat. And of course, it's when people talk about the issue of slavery, when a woman has a slave man, is he treated the same way that when a man have a slave woman? Of course not. If a woman have a slave man, he is a stranger to her. He doesn't see her. He doesn't do anything. He's just like a servant or something, but he's not someone that be at ease with her. But can she marry to him? No, it's not permissible for her to marry to him, as this is mentioned. This is those who are forbidden, temporary or forever.